What do you see as some of the future trends in guitar making? Like what's going on now? What sort of new design features and things like that?
Oh, well, of course, everybody's after volume, you know. That's it's kind of like a teenage kid having the loudest car on the block, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be the trend in guitars is volume. And I think it's elusive, you know. What I look for in a guitar is response, and that's different from volume, you know. I think most guitars are pretty. They're loud enough. I mean, they're for if you get a good concert guitar by a good maker, chances are it's going to be good enough for a concert. And so, I mean, a lot of people sacrifice the tone for volume, and you know, while it's really satisfactory to play a guitar with a lot of volume, you know, you can tend to grow bored and tired of that sound too. You know, there's nothing there to seduce you. It's all just this in-your-face kind of sound. And but that seems to be the way things are going, you know, in the guitar world. So people are just fixated on volume. And the odd thing about it is that the people who play loud guitars with lots of volume also tend to amplify their guitars. You know, so it's an odd thing. They're just after this incredible volume. But, you know, there's no denying that to sit down and pick up a guitar that's responsive and loud and you can articulate things is nice. But I think that can be a hindrance too. So I guess, you know, people are after double tops and carbon fiber type designs, and I have an adversity to double the carbon fiber. I really don't like the tonal aspects of carbon fiber. I've never heard a guitar that I've liked. The double tops are different. I really like some of the double tops I've heard, and I've made quite a few actually. And the odd thing about it is that at least for the ones I made and kind of the, you know, the ones I've played, I don't think the double tops are particularly louder than other guitars. They just have a flatter response up and down the fingerboard. They're more EQ'd. You know, there's not a lot of hot spots on them or anything. You know, it's a very fundamental, predictable sound. And I've, you know, so I've had some success with them, and I build them, and then I get on a kick where I think this is it, this is the next big thing, and then a few guitars down the line, I go, no, I'm kind of bored with this. I want to go back to, you know, the regular guitars. So I tend to just stay with pretty much traditional guitars unless somebody wants a double top, you know.
Gotcha.
There was a guy that visited here a couple weeks ago, and he has a Dom, and it's for sale actually. He's selling it, but and then he had another double top by a guy back east. I won't mention his name, but it was a nice double top, really nice. But it just, you know, playing it, there are pros and cons to everything, and the double tops have a very fundamental sound, but they lack that kind of crystalline top end on them, you know? And so it's a trade-off, you know? And for me, I think the future doesn't lie in that for me. I mean, a lot of guys really try to get out the volume, and I like a loud guitar. I think my guitars are pretty loud as a guitar goes. You know, so I just try to concentrate on quality of tone now, you know.
Yeah. So do you have any design improvements or plans that you want to try out as you kind of keep going in your guitar making, or anything else besides double tops? Or
Not really. You know, the best way to improve is to keep making the same thing over and over. you
Yeah.
know, and you're bound to get it right sooner or later, you know.
Hmm.
But no, I do best with a certain design that I have, and I try to refine it slowly rather than jump to this design, that design, you know, this idea. I'm very influenced by what other people do. So if I see something that I like, I go off. Oh, now I'm gonna try this, or you know. And a lot of my friends, my customers, always tell me, you know, just stick with this. This works. You know, don't change it. You know, you always have a tendency to try and change it, and I think most guitar makers do.
Hmm.
And yeah, the grass is always greener on the next guitar. You know, it's.
Yeah. Have you ever experimented with sound ports or anything like that, like additional sound ports on the
Yeah,
sides?
yeah. I don't like sound ports. I had a customer that wanted one. He insisted on one, so I put it in, and it was, you know, it didn't do anything for me. I think they definitely make it louder to the player because your ear is like having a stethoscope right connected to the top of the guitar. You know, it's like a direct transmission to your ear. Um, but you know, with sound ports, they raise the frequency of the resonance, and I'm at a trend now where I try to lower it, you know, a warmer sound, and the sound ports kind of work against that, and to my ear also they give a flat sound. There's a certain amount of tension in a guitar that when you pluck the string, it echoes around inside the guitar and it produces like a nice effect. And the sound ports let the air just go out and it doesn't reverberate inside the guitar. And to me, to my ear, that's a flat sound, and I don't like it. So I've done it on two of my guitars, I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
Some people are, but you know,
Yeah.
not me.